Okay, class, welcome back to our spatial hydrology experience. So, where we left off was we had calculated flow accumulation. And the flow accumulation grid represents each cell, represents the total number of cells that drain to it. And from this, we can pull out streams. It's really just numerical pattern recognition. It's not a true stream network, but it's the stream network that we can derive from a DEM. But in order to further derive that stream network, we have to further process our flow accumulation grid. So this is just, there's lots of ways to do this, but the way that I'm going to show you today is combining the con tool back with the SetNull tool. So what we're going to do is use the con function. The con function, and of course it's just an opportunity to explore a tool. What the con function does is it allows us to do a conditional query of a grid. So what we do is we query our flow accumulation, and I'm just setting an arbitrary value of 700. So what I'm saying is any grid cell that's greater than 700 retains the value of gets a value of 1, and any grid cell that doesn't meet that criteria gets a value of minus 9999. I mean, I know that should be no data, but for some reason the con tool doesn't recognize it as no data. So what we do then, as the result of this con tool, you'll have a grid where any stream is a 1 and any non-stream is a minus 9999, and then we push that back into the SetNull tool where we create a stream raster by setting anything that has a value of minus 9999 to null, and anything that's a 1 is a stream, and we can use that in our subsequent tools. So let's do it. So we go back into our ArcMap, and we go to our conditional spatial analyst tools conditional tools, and we'll select con. And the input raster is going to be the flow accumulation grid. And the expression is going to be anything that is a value. Again, we have to type in value is greater than. You could do greater than or equal to, or greater than, I'll do greater than or equal to 700. Anything that has a value greater than 700 is going to get a 1. And anything that doesn't meet that criteria is going to get a minus 9999. I was hoping that would turn into no data, but it doesn't. Okay, so now I'm going to call this a con ras and see what it does. Ready to go? Select OK. And boom, there are our streams. Anything that's a minus 999 is not a numerically derived stream network, and anything that is a 1 is a stream. You can zoom in and you can sort of see that the stream network starts to appear. Okay, but what we really need for the subsequent tools are these minus 9999 values to be null, no data. So we have to go back into our SetNull tools. So we're going to go into SetNull, and we are going to set null. The input or conditional raster is going to be the con raster. And the expression, now we have a value here. Value is equal to minus 9999. If the value is minus 9999, it's going to set null. Otherwise, it's going to be the conditional raster. So I'm going to save this as my stream ras. Okay, so recap. We're inputting this conditional raster. If the value is minus 9999, it's going to set null. In the input false, the input whose values will be used is the output cell if it's false. If it's not minus 999, meaning it's a 1, it's going to be the original, the con raster. So let's see what this produces. It should be a stream raster where those gray cells, or those minus 9999 cells, are turned into no data. And there we have it. We have a stream raster. I'm going to turn everything else off so that you can see that, in fact, This is a grid of just our streams. Numerical pattern recognition, and of course, think about how the grid cell resolution of the DEM that you're using might impact this representation of the stream network. There's all sorts of considerations, but now we're ready to move on to the next set of hydrology tools, which will be the stream order. So stay tuned, and I will see you or hear you, or you'll hear me in the next video.